Okay, hello and welcome. This is Rick Baxter with Cost Control Software. Glad you're interested in learning a little bit about our AutoPilot software for your Dynamics NAV installation. This is specifically designed for NAV 2013 or 2013 R2, and soon it will be available with the release of the NAV 2015 as well. In this video, I'm going to give you just a kind of an overview of the concepts of what AutoPilot can do, and then we will encourage you to contact us and ask additional questions about what it could do for your installation. So the layout of the screen, I know there's a lot of information here, but I want you to focus to begin with in this area here called our pilot monitor. This is where we select the different pilots. We have multiple pilots, and each pilot can have multiple actions within that pilot. Now, currently, I've got the everything turned off, so it's not sending anything out or receiving any information at this stage. That's what would be showing up here in this window. This is kind of a real-time status of the activity within AutoPilot. But let's first understand what some of these pilots are, and then we'll talk more about the real-time views. And I'm going to give you a couple examples of autopilots. They're simply numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these are samples. So the first one is a monthly vendor reports, and you can see that the actions here is a vendor trial balance. So this is the action that is occurring within that particular trial balance, and the delivery is going to be via email, although it could be via fax or some other method, and then it's who the recipient is that is to receive that particular report. Let's take a look at the next one. A monthly I'm going to skip that one. Let's go to the sales reports. So the Thursday sales reports, okay, here they are, and each one is listed individually. As far as we've got an AR aging, we've got a sales back order report, and the outstanding purchase order report for our Thursday reports. So these are the reports. You can see down here it has 2 recipients, so it sends those reports all automatically every Thursday. So it's designed for delivery on Thursday, and I'll show you how that's set here in just a moment. And it goes to Rick and Doug for those Thursday reports. There's weekly reports, and these are just examples. Understand, I'm just showing you some examples of how you can tie in your NAV reports and more automate the process. So weekly reports, I've got my top 10 report by salesperson, my customer list by salesperson, and my weekly sales report. Those 3 reports, I think that's all that's in the list right now, are set up to be delivered. There's no destination here defined yet, but it'd be easy to add in who you want specifically to get the results of this particular pilot run. These pilots, notice I do have them all on hold for this presentation. Let's go down a little further, give you some more ideas of other potential pilots. So I'm going to go down to the end-of-month processes. Think of the things that you could have the software do automatically. For example, if you use the adjust cost, post cost routines, you could build actions in the action window, and that's done up here with the editing the pilot actions. That's this choice right here, to edit those actions and create specific things that you want to process at the end of each month. Maybe you wanted to run your work in process calculations for jobs, or I mentioned the adjust cost, post cost, or some GL reconciliation reports, anything like that that you need on a regular basis. Rather than having somebody in the office actually sit there and remember, oh, what do I need to do here? It's the end of the month. You build up these processes automatically in your autopilots and have it trigger those processes. Pretty straightforward. Here's some daily email service orders to the techs. So distribute daily service orders to the techs is the action. So whatever the service orders are, they are to be sent out to the technician. Importing sales orders. You may have a situation where you have received orders from your customers via, let's say, from a PDF file or from a text import, something like that. You can basically teach AutoPilot to go and monitor for the receipt of that item. Okay, literally watching the status. I'll show you that in a minute. And then send that receipt after the import. So you could actually send a receipt or a notification to the, let's say, the sales manager to say that you've just received some new sales orders and they have been added to the system. Again, all automatic through AutoPilot. Convert, here's another nice one. Convert web to NAV orders. So you may receive some orders via your website and you want to pull in those orders into your NAV software. You can build that process to convert the imported orders into NAV sales orders, and then it doesn't show it here, but you could add a delivery notification that that work has been completed and send a notice off to the sales manager that says, oh, we just got these new orders from our website. So it's kind of doing what we call a data watch. So it's watching, because it just does it about every 2 or 3 seconds, goes out and checks the various fields to look for new information, and if it spots it, it then triggers the actual running of this import to pull in those new orders. How about this one? Send order acknowledgement. If you ever wanted to send those order acknowledgements, a sales order acknowledgement, automatically to the customer, you can have it just so you enter the orders, and once you've entered the orders, it watches. Basically, this is done through a trigger of a data watch. It's looking for a specific field, and then it will trigger sending out a kind of a PO attachment as an order acknowledgement to that specific customer on that sales order. Kind of nice little process. Send shipping acknowledgement. So if you ever have to send out an acknowledgement to a customer that you have now shipped his product and you want to automate it so that you're actually sending maybe a pick ticket or a shipping label or printing a picking label, combine all these processes together and simplify your life. So the AutoPilot is just monitoring when a shipment goes out. That will trigger events that will auto-generate a shipment acknowledgement, a printing of a pick ticket or a shipment document, and a shipping label, whatever you want to define. Now, I'm just showing you some examples again of ways that you can use AutoPilot. I'm going to encourage you to contact me and review. Well, you may have certain specific areas that you want. I'm just giving you a couple examples here. Here's another one. Let's go down to this one, end of month. Okay, so there's end of day processes. Oh, this one, get vendor price list. How you may have, we run into several customers that get updated price lists from their vendors, and they want to import that and update their inventory master file with those new prices. So you can simply set up an AutoPilot to kind of go out and watch a field to indicate that a new file has come in from that vendor, and then it will automatically pick it up, import it for you, and update the inventory master with those with that new price or cost information. Again, all automated. That's why we call it AutoPilot. Sits there and just does these things all in the background. Some daily end of day processes. There may be things that you have to do at the end of every single day. Maybe you fire off a sales report of daily sales and send that to the owner, things like that. You set these things up to do what you need it to do. Anything you can do to automate processes is what this is all about. Notify service manager of received parts. How about that one? Notify service technician of received parts could be another option. Send some sort of documents that you need to send out. Send a quality control maintenance or a calibration reminder of some sort. I'm just giving you some ideas here, guys. Day-to-day to-dos. Maybe the salespeople need a reminder of their open to-do list, and you could just send a report that's a to-do list every day to the salespeople. That's if they're maybe remote and don't have access to the computer or something, and they want to just work off of a report. You could just send off a PDF report to them of the current open to-dos, things like that. And I want you to be creative. I'm just throwing out some ideas, and I want you to think in terms of your own applications of what you might want to build into AutoPilot to have it process information, okay, for you automatically. That's what this is all about. Send a catalog to the customers. Have you ever thought about sending a refreshed catalog of your inventory items to your customers? Well, nobody wants to do that manually. Who's going to sit down and do that stuff? Well, let AutoPilot do it. Let it do it in the middle of the night when the email lines are less active and so forth. You can set up when you want to send off that thing. So if you want to send it at 2 in the morning, a fresh catalog to your customers or to a specific customer, you can set up AutoPilot to generate that kind of stuff. Okay. Here's another one. Send vendor catalogs to the vendor. You may want to send some kind of notification to a vendor of their catalog and what you're showing, and they could cross-reference it, that type of thing. So again, be creative. I encourage you to be creative. Stump us. Give me a call and say, Rick, I saw your presentation on all the different types of pilots that you can do, and it made me think, well, we do this over and over and over again, and it's taking up a lot of time. Could we create an AutoPilot to automate that particular process? Okay, just pick up the phone, call me, and let's chat about it and see if we can't come up with a solution for you. This is this screen that we're on right here. It's called our flight deck. This is the overview of the AutoPilot system. Shows us what's going on. This is the list of pilots. This is the actions over here on the right side. This is the delivery line, so we can see who those pilots are going to be sent to. That's where that's set up. I think I showed you one of those earlier. Thursday reports. Yeah, here's an example. Shows exactly who the delivery and destination is for and how they're to be sent. In this one, it's via email. In the top of the line, you actually have the real-time status. I've got my AutoPilot system in idle mode right now while I'm doing this presentation. But you can start it with just start pilots, and away it goes. This second line here indicates the last pilot that was run and who it was delivered to. So this shows that this pilot 03 with this delivery action through 30,000 was sent, and it was sent to this recipient. So it shows you, and this will be changing constantly as the pilots are going out and doing activity. And you can have many pilots running simultaneously. It's not just one pilot, it's multiple pilots, many processes going on simultaneously and being sent. I won't go into any more detail than that here. I would like for you to contact me for a full presentation. We can review the setup of the pilot itself. We can review how you edit the actions and set up these various actions. If you want a little more detail about that, that of course is covered in our documentation and our training materials on this particular product. But do call and just ask me about some specific process that you may have. Like you saw me do this presentation and you're thinking, well, I've got this need to be able to send certain reports, or certain processes need to be run on a repetitive basis, and I don't want anybody to have to sit there and click through and do it. I just want the system to automatically trigger it based on what we call our next flight times, which is when it's going to be run for the next generation of that pilot. So please contact us, and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.